What's going on? It's Samantha from Lone Crow Adventures, the channel where we talk about all things camping, hiking, and backpacking. Today I'm going to show you my complete camp kitchen. So this is the kitchen that I utilize when I'm car camping or when I'm camping in the backcountry when I have my ATV like I do today. It's a small enough set of gear that it's not going to take up the entire car and it's not going to clutter your campsite. So let's check it out. Everything that I need to make delicious meals for two people is inside of this bin right here. Whenever I'm selecting items for my camp kitchen, I always like to pick compact items that are not a big pain in the butt to use. I don't mind using small versions of things as long as it's not a total pain in the butt to use them. Nobody likes the fork that folds out and it has 25 different attachments on it. That's just totally stupid. Items I've selected for my camp kitchen, I like them to have two purposes if possible. And I also like to select items for this kitchen that are able to nest into one another. So whether that's a frying pan that has a pot that nests into it, or plates that nest into a larger frying pan, or even collapsible items just to save space, because I don't like to have to make 100 trips back and forth to the car to get my camp kitchen set up. I like to be able to just grab this tub out of my basement, throw it in the car, and know that everything I'm going to need is right in here. Now, in terms of spices, a lot of times people buy one of those containers that's about this big around, and it's got the different slots that separated into it. And sometimes it comes pre-filled with spices, or you can empty those out and add whichever ones that you like. But for me and my kitchen kit, the only thing that I bring is salt and pepper. And this is the world's tiniest salt and pepper shaker. It's so cute. The top screws off, and you can put whatever two spices in here that you want. It has one side that is perforated, other side solid. So depending whether you want salt or pepper, you just turn this lid. I find that if I'm going to be making a specific dish, that I will pack the spices that I want to bring with my food. So whether I'm bringing oregano or fresh garlic or basil, or maybe I need steak spice because I'm going to be, frying up a couple of steaks, I will pack that stuff in little bags and I will keep that with my food. But one thing that I have consistently forgot over the years is salt and pepper. And you cannot have potatoes without salt and pepper. You cannot have fried eggs in the morning without salt and pepper. So I got around this by finding this tiny little salt and pepper shaker. It's a GSI Outdoors product. And I've had this for about 5 or 6 years now, and I love it. Open this guy up. The first thing that I like to carry is this. This is a 6-cup coffee percolator. This is a fantastic coffee percolator. It has a silicone handle. This is a GSI Outdoors product. And I use this even when I'm hot tent camping, and I've even used this on my stove at home when my power has gone out to make coffee at home. You can make coffee with this. It makes delicious coffee. The other reason I like to carry this is because it allows you to use this to boil some water and make some tea, things like that. Or if you are needing to wash dishes when you're done, this is a great way to boil some water. So I always like to carry a percolator. I'm a coffee nut. I will always drink my coffee. The next item I have in here, this is the nesting pot set. And this is, I believe, a Red Camp product. Just got it on Amazon, super cheap. It's got 3 pots. So it's got the larger one here, and the smaller one. So this is great if you're wanting to boil some vegetables or something like that. And this larger pot here is great if you want to boil some potatoes or if you want to make pasta. And this is a cute little frying pan, just a little baby frying pan. Fry up a couple eggs in there, fry up some bacon. I love this frying pan. I've used this one quite a bit over the years. And I love it because the silicone handles will wrap around the pots just like that, and the pots nestle into one another, and everything is really, really nicely contained. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is this. This thing is super cool. It is a cutting board. It's a wood cutting board made by Snow Peak. And the really neat thing, you open this up, bam, got your knife right on the inside. And look at that, it doesn't fall out. This is a super sharp knife, and you can sharpen this up again and again. But it's got a little magnet right there, so it just is magnetized. So this is a great surface for you to, you know, work on. Even if you don't want to use the knife, you can just flip this around, keep the knife right in this little holster, and you know, you can work with any kind of materials that you want to right here on your lap. If you need to whip out the knife to chop something, no problem. This is a great little item. Well, we're going to jump back on, start talking about coffee again, because I love coffee. And I haven't had one yet this morning. I'm getting excited to make one up here. This is my coffee mug, and this is actually a backpacking coffee mug. It has this little insulated cover that goes on it, and you notice it's got markers on the outside, and it's clear. So if you have to measure any liquids or anything for any recipes that you're making, this doubles down as a measuring cup as well that is easy to see the fill points. It's got a nice lid, but this is a fantastic cup. Super comfortable to drink out of and everything. It insulates pretty well. The other coffee item that we have here, and this is a new addition to the Lone Crow kitchen family. This is the Stanley French press. So it's got a lid, and then this guy comes off like this, and you notice, boo, it's got a coffee filter right on it. What you do is you add your coffee grounds, cowboy style, right to the bottom of this, and you set this on the fire or you set this on the stove. And if you want it a little bit stronger, then put the grounds in once the water's hot. Put it back on the fire for 2 or 3 minutes. It'll heat it up a little more, make even stronger coffee. And then when you're ready to drink it, you take this, you push this in. It's called a French press. You press it down. It's going to press all those grounds down to the bottom of the cup, and then you pop the lid on, and then you can pour yourself a nice cup of coffee. Now, a French press coffee tastes a little bit different from a percolator coffee. One of the reasons, you know, why I started to use this is because the percolator takes quite a while. You have to put the water in there, and then it's got a boop, 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 and you'll kind of see the coffee and the water starting to come up through here and turn a dark color. Boop, 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 boop. With this is something where I can get the water boiling, I can put the grounds in there, I can set it aside, I can forget about it, which is going to free up my cooking surface to move on with my breakfast and cook whatever else that I'm cooking, which comes in especially handy when I'm using a surface that is small to cook with, like if I'm on a road trip or something like that. So now let's talk about plates. This is one of the plates that I utilize. If it's just something small that I'm eating, this is a Cedar Summit XL bowl. And this thing's pretty cool because it pops out, boom, and then you've got a bowl. This works really well, you know, if you've got, you know, a nice chicken breast or something like that, you want to put it in here and then you want to add some kind of marinade to it. This is going to kind of keep that whole thing contained. Then you just wash it up, fold it up, and it actually takes up very little room. So you can use this as either a bowl or you can use it as a plate. And this surface here, this is a hard surface. You can actually use this as a small little cutting board if you want to. So this item actually has 3 separate functions, which is pretty awesome. The other plates that I utilize, right here, these are kind of the main dinner plates. And these, got 2 of them here. These are regular old Coleman plates, and gosh, I've had these for a long time. I've had these maybe since 2008, 2009, something like that, long time. What I like about it, this is like my main frying pan here. This is the Pinnacle frying pan by GSI Outdoors. This is a totally Teflon coated frying pan, and the handle folds over for storage like that. But what I really like about these plates is that they can just nestle right into this frying pan. And then this handle folds over and kind of holds it in position, so it just keeps it a little bit more compact. If I wanted to, I can even put that plate just like that. So bam, got all your plates in this frying pan all together. Next thing we're going to talk about is cutlery. And this is the cutlery that I've been using for years. Gosh, 10 years, I don't know, long time. And this is a Coghlan's product. This was like $3. And again, one of my favorite things, because everything just nestles in together. It's like that. Bam. So I've got both of these together like that. So it's a little chow kit. This is something I picked up on Amazon, Life to Go, and it's a portable little cooking kit. So you unzip this, voila, look at that. You've got your big spoon, you got a big chopping knife, spatula, you've got this large fork, you have a set of tongs. I use these quite a bit. We've got a medium-sized knife here and a rubber silicone spatula, and it also comes with a small little cutting board. So this basically has everything that you're gonna need to, you know, cook something on the fire and stir it around or flip it or do whatever you need to do. And it's a nice little compact case. All this cooking utensils and cooking pots and pans, you need to be able to get them clean. That's where this guy comes in. This is the Sea to Summit 20-liter sink. I love this sink. It's totally collapsible. So you kind of put water in here, and then in my camp kitchen I always carry some camp soap, which is biodegradable. But you put water in here, and then you would just, you know, throw your dishes in here once you get the water in there, you know, and then you just kind of shake it back and forth to get the dishes clean. You can wash it out with a towel or something if you want to. Most of the time, unless something's burnt on there, you can just put it in there and kind of shake it back and forth in that soapy water, and that's enough to get stuff clean. Now, something else that I normally keep in the bin all folded up and ready to go is this 1 gallon water jug. This is a Reliance product, and I've had this little jug for quite a while. These things last for a couple years, and then you have to replace them. So this is, I don't know, maybe the 3rd or 4th one that I've owned throughout my lifetime. I've owned some really big ones, and I find that they're really hard to carry, and they're kind of heavy and hard to work with. So I like this 1 gallon size here. So I always like to keep some of these Yuko Sweet Fires. These are awesome. They are little, you break them off, they're basically humongous matches. And these will burn for 7 minutes continuously. So if you've got a hard time starting a fire, maybe you're new to camping, and you need something that's gonna burn for a few minutes while you get your kindling and stuff together to get that fire going, this is a great option. I also like to carry these because if I'm dealing with wet conditions, it burns for long enough that it allows the fire to kind of get going. You don't always need to use one every single time you go out. You can just use a regular lighter, but I find that these are a little bit more reliable. This is another Yuko product that I carry with me, and this is actually a portable grill. This is the Yuko Grilly Put. And what happens is that this end screws off here like this. And then there is a tube that comes out of the inside, and here's all like your grill pieces. So this would be your little grill legs. They all come out of here. This thing's kind of gucky. And you would put your little grill pieces into the end of this tubing, and it would sit, and it's about this big when it's set up. But I like to bring this with me because depending on where I'm camping, there may not be a grill for me to use, and this is something that you know, when it's packed up like this, it's not all disgusting and gross. It's not going to get all over my other gear, and it's super compact, so that way if I get to a campsite and they have a fire pit that doesn't have a grill, I can whip this guy out and use him. And I've fried up a couple New York strips on here before. I've boiled potatoes on here. I've done a lot of things on this little grill. So it comes in handy. Not something I use all the time, but something that I like to keep on hand. Now, one of the things that you probably noticed is that I didn't include any type of a gas stove in my camp kitchen setup. And that's because the majority of the time I prefer to cook over the open flame. But there are those times when having a camp stove is super, super handy, and I will bring it with me. It just will not go inside my primary camp kit. It'll be something else that I put in the car. And if you guys are looking for a great option for a single burner or a dual burner camp stove, then I want you to click right over here, and I'll see you guys on that video.